When I've asked you in the past what types of videos you'd like for me to do, I always seem to get fish profiles as a very high percentage, and that was the case in my most recent survey. But what tends to happen when I do profiles is I feel like I'm getting punked because because the views of the profile videos are just not that good. But you know what? I'll bite. I'll give it another shot. And let's go ahead and profile not the green tear. Let's profile the beautiful redhead Tapajos, the Geophagus redhead Tapajos. Arguably one of the most beautiful of the Geophagus family. Can be very peaceful. Can be a little rough on fish of the same species, right? On other redheads, especially around breeding time, which is why it's preferred that you keep them in groups. Usually anywhere from 5 to 8 works out well. And you can see this one's a little shy. He's maturing and putting on some size. They can get anywhere from 5 to 6 inches in a tank. Love the little trailers off the tail and dorsal, the long pectoral fins. They come from the Rio Tapajos area in Brazil. I have 5 more of them that I'm growing out here in the 55-gallon. And the 5 that are in here, once they put on a little bit of size, will be moved over to that 90-gallon. So I'll have a nice group of redhead Tapajos in that aquarium. The substrate in this tank, in the 55, has a little bit too many pebbles, too much river rock for Tapajos. They really prefer a sandy substrate. The name Geophagus literally means earth eater, so they're constantly sifting sand. So they need to be in a tank like the 90-gallon that has a sand that is more ideal for Geophagus. So for right now, they're okay in here. They have some ideal tank mates, some tetras, some corridoras, relatively peaceful fish. Once they put on size, however, if you had them in a tank with something like an ember tetra, let's say, something that'll fit in their mouth, they will eat it. They are cichlids, so keep that in mind. But normally they are considered a very peaceful fish. This will be the home of those small redhead Tapajos. Eventually, the larger Savini, I might move that one out, maybe take it to the local fish store, unless I want to add a lot more Savinis to the tank, because they also would do better in a group. This is where the green tear will end up. The green tear is not an ideal tank mate, so I'll be taking him out eventually. You want to provide some wood, some rock work, and as I mentioned, some substrate that's easy for the Geophagus to sift around and will not damage the lips or the gills as they sift through it. They're constantly moving the sand around. If you're going to have plants, you should get the plants that are not in the substrate. In this case, you can see I've got artificial plants. But I don't think they're plant destroyers necessarily. They won't necessarily eat the plants, but they will dig them up when they're sifting that sand. So things like Anubias or Java fern, like you see here in the 55-gallon, I have plants that are actually attached to driftwood. And that is more of the ideal kind of plant for a redhead Tapajos Geophagus tank, something that isn't going to be dug up. This guy here is starting to put on a little size, showing a little bit of attitude. So he's going to have to get moved out, like I mentioned, over to that 210 And we'll see how he does over there, as will this this Starry Night Paratilapia Polini. He'll probably end up in the 210 as well. He's pretty mellow, but the green tear might harass that redhead. The Congo tetras, the Buenos Aires tetras, the SAEs, those are all fine tank mates. They'll do fine with the Tapajos. So at any rate, highly recommended. My favorite Geo, the redhead Tapajos. Pick one up. Pick up actually a group if you can. Anywhere from 5 to 8 works out really well. Put them in a tank of about 75 to 125. Keep them between 76 and 82 degrees, and they'll be happy. You'll be very happy with them. The colors, the behavior, everything about it makes them pretty much one of my favorite and very much an ideal fish. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.